Garden of Eden. Hello, how are you? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. New way of the new way that they have everything set up for us now when we go live, it's become very a good thing because we're not so trying to get ready while we're live. But thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Gonna allow some people to come on through the ads and come on in. I hope you had a beautiful weekend. Charles Robinson, how are you, my brother? I appreciate you being here. Happy Monday to you. So your figs is doing great, Charles. That's a good thing. Mine did pretty good this year. I mean, I finally figured out the balance on how to get that fruit production once I get that growth that I want. So mine didn't do too bad. I had a pretty good year. Miss Farola, good morning. How are you? I'm so happy that you're here. And again, congratulations on your channel being monetized. E&M, good morning. Happy Monday to you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you coming in to support. Melody, the moderator, hello. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Yeah, I gotta get through those. Gotta get through those ads. I appreciate you. That's why I wait, because I want you all not to skip. That's how we get our revenue when you watch the ads. So I definitely appreciate that. How the garden? Hello, how are you? Happy Monday to you. All right, we're gonna get right into it, guys. Today, hold on. Got to turn my air off. Okay, so I don't feel like I'm yelling. Today, Garden and Eden, hello, how are you? Um, we're gonna talk about what you can plant in August. I know a lot of people felt like I just didn't get prepared in time. Oh, I'll do it next year. Actually, I was talking to my nephew-in-law. He had a beautiful plant out in front of their house, and I was like, oh my goodness, that plant is so beautiful and healthy. I said, have you ever thought about gardening? And he said, yeah, but I think I'm gonna set it up next year. And I said, oh, okay. Short bus pull up, hello, how are you? Oh, I appreciate you, Miss Farola, for your support. So I was like, man, when he get the gardening, he's gonna have a pretty nice garden. So, cause he pretty much knows what to do to get his plants to thrive. So, for all of those that bought their soil, maybe even bought a few pots, but have not planted because they just couldn't find the time or didn't have the mojo or whatever the excuse may be, it's still not too late because we are about to approach fall garden season. Now, for me, I normally don't do a big fall garden, but this year I may do a few extra things because I do want to get my kale in, I do want to get my collards in and stuff like that. My garden will still be. Yeah, Miss Farrell, I feel you on that because when you focusing on that one thing, it's hard. But I'm proud of you because you do have a niche. Um, and it's not just in one direction, it's in a couple of directions. So that's a good thing because a lot of times people just really don't know what to do after that point. And that's something that should be known what to do um, in the process, actually before the process. So that's a good thing. That's the blessing part. So with the garden season in August, the fall season is approaching us now. These are things that we still can plant. I went down to zone 4 to 10 because the last time I did 5 to 10, somebody was like, well, I'm in Iowa, I'm in 4. So I'm going to take it down to 4. And I'm sure somebody will come in and say 3, but I could have took it down to 2, 3 as well. But I was trying to keep the time kind of limited. But if you're thinking about gardening and you already got your stuff, but you just haven't went out there and did it, it's the time you still could do a few things just to get your feet wet for the next season. Practice make perfect. Starting small is a good thing. Adding the fruit perennials is a great thing. That means those are things that's going to come back the next year that you don't have to do yourself. It will already start to establish itself. So these are some of the things that are going on. So from zone 4 through 10, let's start with 4. Zone 4. First of all, can everybody in here put up what zone they're in? And that way I can kind of go back and be like, okay, here we go. So if you know your growing zone, put your growing zone up. If you have the ability to share out this live, please do so. I would appreciate it. All right, we got 7B. All right, so zone 4. I don't know why I always try. Karabi, I always say Kalahari. I'm thinking about the place, but Karabi, lettuce, radish, and turnips. The turnips you need to do it early. Like you really need to be putting that in now, so that you'll be able to harvest before your first frost date. That's for zone 4. So if you are in zone 4, these are some of the things that you can figure out. Garden of Eden is in 5A. Okay, so we're gonna get down to you next. I'm gonna do zone 5 and zone 6 together because it's gonna probably be around the same thing anyway. So for us, Garden of Eden, we can do beets, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, carrot, kale, peas, radish, spinach, squash, and turnips. And that's a lot for us to be able to do because these things start from seed to finish is around 45, 50 days. And that's not bad at all. And the fact that if we start them from seed to finish, we still got about, I'm going to say about 70 days before our first frost date. I was watching Citystead, one of his videos, and he was saying that, well, we got about 80 days to our first frost date, and we're in the same state. And I was like, 80 days to the first frost date already? So it's winding up, but we still got plenty of time to grow these things. So we got to get them in the ground in August. And my beets, I don't know why I can't get those beets together. I think I need to start focusing more on certain things, and next year that's what I'm going to do. Things that I know I could grow blindfold, I'm going to do what I do with those. But those things that give me a challenge, I'm going to start focusing a little bit more and creating different ways into pretty much growing those things. A certain type of soil, a certain type of container or bedding, specifically for that. But the squash did good this year. It's just that I probably should have put it one per container or put them over in a raised bed. So I'm definitely looking forward to next year with the squash. Zone 7 through 8. Okay, we got some 7s in here. We definitely do. We have some 8s in here. I'm trying to see if we have any 8s in here. We definitely got 7s. All right, 7 through 8. We have beans. I think 6 can. I think 5 through 6 can do bush beans too, because those 45 days. But we have beans, beet, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, carrots, cauliflower, corn early. Got to start that corn early. And cucumbers early. Kale, lettuce, onions early. Peppers early. Because the peppers take some time, but you got that heat right there. Spinach, squash, and tomatoes. You got to get those tomatoes down early. So those are things that 7 through 8 can grow. Still can grow. If you notice the difference when I break down the zone, as I get into higher zones, more is added to the list. That's a good thing because your summer or your fall is going to be more extended than ours. Our frost date is probably being about the next 70 days. We're going to start hitting frost. For you guys, it probably won't even be like that. It'll be further down the road. Y'all'll be mid-November before y'all hit frost. So that's going to be the difference for you and the difference between us, which is, pretty much how it is. 1 second. Okay. I don't know if that coming in the live, the way I did it is allowing people to come on in the way they should. But we'll see. Nope. Not. Okay. So as I said, the more we get into the higher zones, the better it feels. If I get frost this year, it will be in February. What zone are you in again, How to Garden? You in 9, aren't you? Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like their zones, the higher we get into it, and then what he said, if he get it, it will be in February. Ours is going to definitely probably be October, early November when we get our first. Yep, 9, 10B, 10A, Florida, and that's subtropical. That's like really good growing season to have, but they don't have them without challenges, even when you go into a higher zone. And we'll talk about that a little bit because I'm almost finished with this. 9 through 10, you guys can still grow broccoli, cauliflower, cucumbers for 9, eggplant for 10 only, okra for 10, peas for 9, peppers early, pumpkins, squash, summer and winter squash. That's awesome. Tomatoes and watermelons early. So you got, even if your garden didn't do too well, yeah, even if your garden didn't do too well, this is what you do. Now, How to Garden just said we grow most things in the fall, winter, spring. And that's because their summer is so hot. Everything that they will put out there probably would dry up or go to boat, especially with their greens and whatnot. So that's the difference in the different zones. It's challenges and it's advantages and disadvantages. If you think about zone 8, to me, I was like, zone 8, I think would be the perfect growing zone to grow your vegetables. But in certain places in this zone 8, they have that rainy season. And that high rainy season where it wouldn't do your plants any good because they would start powdery mildew. So every season is different as far as when it comes to growing. I know for me, I've been lately starting in June, getting my garden out June 1st. I killed out my okra doing that because I jumped the gun too fast, and I'm thinking June we good. We didn't have any frost dates, but we had some real cool weather. Like, for example, this week we're not even getting into the 90s. The whole entire week we're gonna be in 80s. And that's because we're about to start getting those cooler seasons. One night we got down to 69, which was just beautiful. So as we become to getting those cooler seasons, certain things are not going to thrive here anymore. For example, the okra. It needs that hot weather to thrive. So once I put a okra plant in, by the time we get to where we are now, August, that plant has given me so many okras. And it'll last, the plant will last all the way to October. But you'll see the production starts to drop off a little bit. But in order to get that plant going and established, it's got to be hot, hot, hot. You can't have those cool 50 nights, or it's not going to work. Your peppers is like that too. I had a young lady that left a comment about how this was her first time gardening, and some things were not going the way that she expected it to go in the garden. And she was very frustrated because she said she spent a small fortune getting her garden together, and she was a first time gardener. She had soil brought in and everything. She sent me some pictures over on Instagram, and when I looked at the pictures, the it wasn't as bad as she had said initially, which was a good thing because, when you're frustrated, you just think, everything is bad. But it wasn't that bad. She had a few issues and some things that could be corrected right away, like blossom end rot. You could correct that for your upcoming fruit that's coming on your tomatoes and your peppers. A lot of people don't believe that bell peppers can get blossom end rot as well. And also, it's more challenging to grow in containers than it is to grow in raised beds that's connected to the ground because of the way you water. So she was doing some in-ground gardening, and she was doing some um, container gardening. Also, she had the corn. And what corn is, the challenge about corn is, if you're going to plant corn and you don't want a whole lot of corn, you at least, to me, need a 4x4 space of corn, which will be one corn per square foot, which would be about 16 seeds for your corn. That way, you're getting great pollination. And you need to have it in a square. If it's in a row, it's not going to pollinate. It needs to be in a square. If you're planting less than that, you still can get your corn to pollinate, but you got to go out there and do it yourself. You got to go out there and shake those stalks and let that pollen drop down so it can start pollinating your corn. And sometimes we forget about that. Also, with corn, you can't plant two different corns in the same area, or it will cross pollinate. Where you think you're getting cream style peaches and cream, I think is one of the corns. You might be getting something else. You might have crossed it over with another type of corn. So you have to be careful with that and do a little bit more research on what I can and cannot plant. Missy, hello, how are you? Good morning and happy Monday to you. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you being here. Missy, we just got through talking about all the things that we can plant in August. We still got time. All those that are sitting on the sidelines still have time to come over and plant some things. It's definitely Carolina Gardner, hello, how are you? Thank you for being here. Hello, everyone. I'm here for the giveaway today. Carolina Gardner is going to do a giveaway. Carolina does not have his own, does not have a channel, so he wanted to do a giveaway over here. I don't know how we're going to set that up. I probably should have emailed you and see how we'll do it. So, Carolina, if you can, I'm choosing 4 people, okay? Miss Mike, how are you? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you, Cincinnati Gardner here. All right, you're not far from me. Cardwell. Okay. So you 6B as well. I have a package of seeds from Baker Creek at the P.O. now. All right, let's see. So what do they need to do to get these seeds to be a winner? Carolina. So we're giving away some seeds, and Carolina is choosing 4 people to give a garden gift to. Basic. What does gardening mean to you, and what's your favorite veggie to grow? So should they type that in the comment section, in the chat? So I'm assuming this is open, or should I do a whole nother video? How you want me to do this? Yes. Type what gardening means to you if you want to participate in this giveaway, and what's your favorite thing to grow? Hey, Mike. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. All right, you say you could put it here. So let's go ahead and type your favorite thing to grow and what gardening means to you. Sleepless in the Carolinas. Happy Monday to you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So we're taking time out for that. And after that, we're going to end the stream. So anyone that want to participate in this giveaway, all you got to do is type in the chat what gardening means to you and your favorite thing to grow. And we're going to pick 4 people. So we should be typing. All right. How to Garden said, gardening to me means freedom. And my favorite thing to grow is fruit trees. J.H. Morning. Hello. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Happy Monday to you. Like growing Swiss chard, gardening equates freedom. Okay. I agree. We got 2. We got 2 entered in. We got J.H. How to Garden. Anybody else? Freedom is definitely a good thing, because in some countries you can't even have a garden. And for us to be able to have a garden and grow what we want to grow, the food and the fruit that we want to grow, it is it's a blessing. 50 plus, hello, how are you? Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right, we got J.H. and How to Garden. It's relaxing early in the morning, especially with everything going on in the world. I agree. I agree. And there's a lot going on, even beyond the COVID. It's a lot. A lot going on. So it's nice to have a peaceful morning. So is that it? Okay, I think we're gonna have 2 winners. You just sent out 2 packages, Carolina. How would they contact you? You have to put your email in the chat so that they can contact you. Renee 901, hello. Garden has taught me. We got another one. Garden has taught me to have faith even when you can't see it. It's working. So far, I am growing collard greens. It's going well. So greener, I lost that. It popped up on my chat. Let me get back down there. We got another entry. You write your name down. Collard greens are my favorite thing to grow so far. V-A-N. All right. Any more entries for this giveaway? All right. This is his contact and this is the contact in Gmail. Everybody that entered, because we had 3 enter. How the Garden, J.H. and Miss Farola. Okay, he picked his winners. I know. I'm missing it, Miss Farola. I'm missing it, Miss Farola. Let me see. I'm going to get it. Okay, we got 3. We got Miss Farola's 2. Gardening means to me seeing how we are part of and are not commanders, not the commanders of the cycle of life. I like growing greens since I love salads. All right. Okay. So we got 2 winners already, which was, let me see. I'm losing it, y'all. Okay, write down his information right there to the 2 winners. He announced them in the chat so that he could, Carolina Gardener can send your packages out. All right, thank you. I will. I think I still got you in my email, so I will email you. If not, I'll definitely go back through this chat from before. And in October, guys, I will be doing a giveaway on some fig cuttings off my trees. When I trim my trees, I normally just give them away. The cuttings, if you are interested in growing figs, you might want to grow it. Is Charles Robinson still in here? If he's still in here, let me know if you're in here. So that was a pretty awesome giveaway that Carolina Gardener is doing. I appreciate you doing that on the channel. I really do. Just a lot of awesome supporters here. And I appreciate you all coming in. And congratulations to the winner. Missy, how are you? Happy Monday. All right, guys, that's all I got. So if you are going to do a fall garden, now is the time to start getting your seeds down for us. Depending on where you at, I would start now. Like for me, I would probably start right now. Because we only got 70 days before our first frost day. We get the frost. We get it hard. We get the frost, the freeze, everything. Thank you, Gardner Eden. I appreciate you being in the live too. You're going to be planting new seeds this week, Missy? Okay, great. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. All right, guys, that's it for me. That's all I got. I got my 30 minutes in. Try to make the lives kind of short so that people could come back and watch. I really want to do my lives outside, but until I talk to my neighbor across the street about his little music, he's an older gentleman and he can't hear good. I'm gonna have to get him some headphones or something, some earbuds. Because I be afraid to get a copyright strike out there because I can hear it and I'm not sure if you all can hear it. That's why I haven't been doing, that's one of the reasons why I haven't been doing my lives outside. Another reason because it's been so hot. And for me to do it outside, by the time that sun come my way, I need to start my lives at 10 o'clock, and I don't want to start it that early. So everybody got that information up there? I'm just making sure you got Carolina Gardner's information so that you can collect your prize. All right, guys, that is it for me. I will leave this chat up so that you can go back. I will leave this chat up so you guys can go back in case you don't know how to write email. If you don't have it, you can email me, which is in my about section, my email address, and I can get it for you. Because I'm not going to leave the chat up too long. And then it probably won't even load until midnight tonight. Is anybody else having problems that go live with their chat, with their live loading on time? Because mine takes almost 12 hours to load. That was a question I've been wanting to ask people that go live for the longest. Is it just on my end why it takes so long for it to load? Anyone? Yes, I guess it's on my end. Not so far. Yeah, I think it might be the device that I'm using. I need to clear up a lot of space on it because it's malfunctioning. All right, everybody, have a good day. Happy gardening. Thank you so much for coming in. Be safe and get out there and grow something. See you in the next video.